Quarterfinal matchup here on Championship Court at the APP Chicago Open, presented by Lexus. Your 2 seed, Georgia and J.W. Johnson, taking on your 10 seed, Susanna Barr and Gabriel Tardio. Both of these teams coming away with 2 victories so far today. Barr and Tardio over Katie Gaines and Caden Seward in the first round, 5-3. And then took out 7 seed Lee Whitwell and Andre Deescu in the second round, 11-7, 11-8. Georgia and J.W. Johnson taking down Chris Deal and Cam Luring, 11-2, 11-3 in round number 1, followed by a very close matchup in the second round against Mary Brasha and James Ignatowicz, 11-8, 11-7 to get to this quarterfinal matchup. Bob Unitich, your USA Pickleball certified referee, on the call here on Championship Court. As players have finished their warm-ups and ready to go, looks like Georgia Johnson will be serving with brother J.W. Johnson.
All right, here we go. Game 1, time in 0-0-2.
Nice start there for Barr and Tardio. You'll see Barr and Tardio, I would imagine, trying to go at Georgia Johnson as much as possible, but keep JW honest.
Oh, sorry.
And JW Johnson having none of that right there, as Tardio trying to speed up to his forehand.
0-0-2.
Barr trying to aim that ball down the middle instead of just flip that there. And side out for Georgia and JW. That's such a good third shot drop there from Georgia Johnson. Right at her former teammate on the hard 8s in MLP. Oh, J.W. Johnson getting big right there in the middle and finishing that.
2-0-1.
2-0 lead.
Second serve.
For Georgia and J.W.
2-0-2. Point.
Tardio, an unforced error right there on the backhand. Tardio, JW and Georgia, regular practice partners in Southeast Florida.
Yours. You got it.
And nice counter there from Susanna Barr. She catches JW Johnson a little bit backside.
Yes. 0-3-1.
Nice step in from Tardio, but Johnson all over that.
Zero, 3-2.
Georgia Johnson repping that Chicago White Sox hat, as both her brother JW and mom Julie were all at the White Sox game the other night for the first pitch as they were on field.
And
nice talk there from Tardio to Barr.
Three, 0-2.
Nice ball there from Susanna Barr. And side out. Barr and Tardio need to get on the board here, though.
0-3-1.
And ball a little wide there from, on the drop from Tardio.
Yeah, it was out.
Ball was out on that sideline.
0-3-2.
off the paddle of Tardio. And quick side out for the Johnsons.
3-0-1.
And nice third shot drop there from Georgia Johnson again. The old adage of soft third shot drop. These two ladies know nothing about that as they hit very aggressive third shots. Great hands from Georgia Johnson to stay in that point. And they
5-0-1.
continue to add to their lead as Susanna Barr goes off the tape right there. And good step in from Tardio there.
Second serve.
Gonna need a little more of that though out of Gabe Tardio.
5-0-2.
For him and Susanna Barr to get back in this first game.
Point.
No timeout here from Barr and Tardio either.
Side up. Zero, 6-1.
Nice pull there from Tardio as he gets Georgia Johnson out front of that one just a little. She pulls it out. And Barr and Tardio on the board.
1-6-1. Second serve.
J.W. Johnson has not met a ball that he doesn't like to attack with that little
1-6-2.
wrist flick. Finds the left shoulder of Susanna Barr.
Side up. 6-1-1.
And nice shot by J.W. Johnson, waiting for the right moment to step in there. He knew sister Georgia was under
7-1-1.
control. Nice hands battle win from Susanna Barr and Gabe Tardio right there. But need to get this side out and answer here quickly. Barr can't pull the trigger going backside on Johnson. Still no timeout here from Barr and Tardio. And I like the stay here from Susanna Barr, going straight up on Georgia, but they're going to go back to Tardio on the left. And nice ball there from JW.
One, 8-2. Side up. 8-1-1. Point.
Barr just can't reach in far enough to get that last ball off the
9-1-1. Second serve.
Little hot off the paddle of Georgia Johnson right there, but
9-1-2.
comfortable 9-1 lead here for the Johnsons.
Side up. One, 9-1.
Here we go, Barr flat up against Georgia. Like this matchup here, changing things up. And she finds some success right there. So making in-game adjustments is the key here, especially down 9-2 now. But making that adjustment and seeing what they can do. successful so far. Oh, nice hands there from Susanna Barr on the attack from J.W. Johnson.
3-9-1.
As they found a little recipe here, putting Susanna in front. But Gabe Tardio trying to make something happen there. Again, when you have J.W. Johnson on the other side of the net, he's so athletic, so quick, he's able to find that backside on you.
9-3-1.
Oh, and Tardio wanted Barr to let that ball go, but Barr, that ball sitting right up on her forehand.
10-3-1.
Game point for the Johnsons. Tough spot right there for Susanna Barr, trying to go to the forehand of J.W. Johnson.
11-3.
The Johnsons will take game number 1 by a score of 11-3 here in this quarterfinal matchup, trying to punch their ticket to the semifinals. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 2 here at the APP Chicago Open, presented by Lexus. Quarterfinal matchup here on championship court number 1 from the APP Chicago Open, presented by Lexus. All JW and Georgia Johnson early here. 11-3 victory in game number 1.
Time in 0-0-2.
Barr and Tardio found some success putting Susanna Barr straight up against Georgia Johnson. We'll see what they come up with here in game number 2. Oh, and J.W. Johnson tagging the left hip of Gabe Tardio. But Georgia Johnson, the ballerina act on the side there, avoiding
0-0-1.
the net post as she went for that Ernie. Johnson's just getting everything back. Just too much Tardio and Barr right there on the overheads, though. But good job by Georgia and JW, just flipping each one of those back up and over. All right, Tardio and Barr. A little fight in them here early in game number 2.
0-0-1.
It's too much JW right there. As Barr tries to go backside, I don't mind this, but you just got to flatten this out and keep this low. It's hard to flip behind J.W. Johnson. He adjusts so well, so quick. Tardio trying to get just a little too much cut on that ball.
0-0-1.
Still all square here at 0. And a nice drop there from Georgia Johnson, as her and JW will get on the board here first.
Take it, sir. 1-0-2.
Ball was in. Georgia reversing JW's call.
Point. 2-0-2.
Great hands from JW. Oh, and the net lord can't get any love off the net on that one, and it is a 3-0 lead for Johnson and Johnson.
3-0-2.
Very similar to game number 1.
Bounce it.
Oh, nice hands from Tardio. Oh, and Johnson just out in front of that again.
Zero, 3-1.
Got it.
Second serve. Zero, 3-2. Point.
Free point there off the paddle of J.W. Johnson.
One, 3-2. Point.
Again, very similar to game number 1. Barr and Tardio went down 3, answered. Nice ball from Gabe Tardio. A little trick inside in ball from Tardio. Georgia Johnson seen that before. All tied at 3. And nice run there for Barr and Tardio as they square this second game up at 3.
3-3-1. Second serve. 3-3-2. Point.
Barr trying to go hard cross court right there, catches the top of the tape, and the Johnsons regain the lead.
4-3-2.
And good spot there from Barr on the two-handed backhand.
Three, 4-1. Point.
A little long on the return. That's 2 for the Johnsons. Oh, nice hands there from Tardio to stay in that point, force the error. And Barr and Tardio take their first lead of the match.
5-4-1.
Oh, nice setup there from Susanna Barr. Beautifully done. She sees the opening here as Georgia Johnson has to cover in the middle, and she goes backside on Georgia. They take a 2-point lead.
Second serve. Takes 4-2.
Just long. Georgia has that backside open there on Tardio as he was creeping middle.
7-4-2.
Barr and Tardio with a 3-point lead. And nice ball there from Georgia Johnson, putting pressure with that dink on Susanna Barr. I'm telling you,
4-7-1.
Georgia Johnson, so improved. She's improving every week that she's on court.
Point.
JW, as he hears me complimenting his sister, finishes the ball right in the middle.
5-7-1.
I think Johnson wanted to let that ball go a little further, thinking she may have it around the post, but that dink from Barr checked up nicely. that ball from Georgia Johnson down with the two-hander, and they creep within one.
6-7-2.
Nice coverage from Tardio in the middle, but Barr gets handcuffed just a little, and all tied up again now here at 7. No timeout here.
8-7-2.
Wow, and off the tape, no love for Tardio and Barr. Unfortunately, as you watch Johnson go to speed this up, off the tape, Tardio trying to make the adjustment. Can't do anything about it, and it's a 9-7 lead here for Georgia and J.W. Johnson. Trying to end this in 2 and move on to the semifinals. If they move on to the semifinals, they'll meet the winner of Jarjim, Staxrud, David, and Johnson, which is going on championship court number 2 as we speak. Brighton, Frazier, Kawamoto, and Barr on that bottom side, looking to get through and face Andrea Coop and Zane Navratil. Bob Unicich, our USA Pickleball certified referee, back here with us on court, getting these players back in. Time in 9-7. And a good spot there from Tardio. And good presence of mind just to not try and do too much with those overheads, keeping that ball in play, forcing the pressure. And a big side out from Barr and Tardio. Checking that ball, making sure it's okay. Gabriel Tardio to serve.
Time in, 7-9-1.
That ball definitely sounds broken.
7-9-2.
Oh, nice finish by Tardio in the middle, and good setup from Susanna Barr, keeping her partner engaged and in that point. Tardio winning that hand battle against JW, and within 1. And ball just long. And here come Barr and Tardio.
9-9-2.
An unforced error from Johnson will flip the script and give
10-9-2.
Barr and Tardio a game point here. Wow, what a point from Georgia Johnson just to stay in, but Tardio keeps battling, and we will go to a third game. Susanna Barr and Gabriel Tardio coming out on top of game number 2, 11-9. We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, game 3 here for you on Championship Court at the APP Chicago Open, presented by Lexus. Game number 3 about to go down here on championship court number 1. Your 2 seed JW and Georgia Johnson taking on Susanna Barr and Gabriel Tardio. They split game 1 and 2. Game 3 will decide it all here. Teams will switch ends at 6. Georgia Johnson to serve.
You. I got it.
Oh, and Georgia Johnson trying to go around the post right there.
0-0-1.
Little long there from Georgia Johnson.
1-0-1.
And Barr and Tardio on the board first. Oh,
Second serve.
just long right there. Almost clips JW Johnson in the right shoulder. Tardio trying to make something happen right there. Nice finish from Tardio as Georgia Johnson could not get that ball down enough. Tardio just kept attacking.
2-0-2.
Mine.
Right on.
Sorry. All right, come on.
0-2-1.
And nice attack there from Georgia Johnson on the very aggressive third shot drop.
1-2-1.
Mine.
Georgia Johnson getting up for that lob. Susanna Barr trying to go up and over the top.
2-2-1.
Couldn't get it up and over enough. Oh, and Georgia Johnson with the finish.
Yeah, Georgia.
Susanna Barr complimenting Georgia on a great get, and then the two-handed backhand finish. And Johnson and Johnson take a 1-point lead.
Point.
And they score in bunches do the Johnsons, as they do again right here and go up 4-2.
4-2-1.
And Tardio trying to make something happen. I like the timeout here from Susanna Barr.
5-2-1.
Regroup the youngster.
Timeout of this game.
Tardio trying to that inside-in flip at Georgia Johnson. She's having none of it. She knows it. She's seen it. She's read it. JW giving me a little finger wag because he can hear me talking right now. But they've seen it before. They practice together a lot over in Southeast Florida. So not like it was unexpected. And Johnson & Johnson answer with a 5-0 run of their own. 1 point away from an end change here as the teams will change ends at 6 in this third game with a shot at and in the semifinals at stake here. Thank you guys for joining us here at the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus. Day number 2 of pro competition. Singles all day yesterday. Mixed doubles today. Men's and women's doubles tomorrow. Championship Sunday on Sunday morning and afternoon.
Yours. Yours. Got it. Yours.
Tardio couldn't see it. It was in the sun. He could not see it as the lob went up. He lost it. And then off the tape. And then Johnson off the left forearm of Gabriel Tardio. And they will take a 6-2 lead here on the end change. So a 2-0 quick little mini run by Barr and Tardio to start this match, followed by a 6-0 run from Johnson & Johnson. And we change ends. Barr and Tardio staying confident, staying positive here. As they are ready to go, just waiting on Georgia and JW.
Time in. 6, 2, 1.
Still on first server are the Johnsons. And unforced error on a return to serve from Susanna Barr will extend the Johnsons' lead to 5. Firefight in the middle by J.W. Johnson and Gabe Tardio, and Tardio coming out on the losing end of that, unfortunately, a 6-point lead. And it is all Georgia and J.W. here in game number 3 as they look poised to move on to the semifinals. But nothing is over until that 11th point is scored. Tardio and Barr trying to grind their way back in here. Starts with a side out. Nice leave there from Tardio and good talk from Barr. But have to answer here quickly as they are down by 7. Ball right off the line.
Second serve. Two, 9-2.
Oh, good get from Tardio just to get there and then work his way back up and out of the kitchen line as he regroups both feet.
9-2-1.
Quick side out for the Johnsons.
Foot fault, let's shoot.
And a foot fault by Susanna Barr. Bob Unitich all over it, and it will give
10-2-1.
Georgia and JW a match point.
Second serve. 10-2-2.
Just wide on the serve, so Barr and Tardio hold
2-10-1.
match point number 3. Gotta score a few here though and get back in this.
Second serve. 2-10-2.
Nice counter from Susanna Barr, getting on top of that, reading the J.W. Johnson speed up.
3-10-2.
And a good spot there from Johnson, splitting Tardio and Barr.
Ten, 3-1. Second serve.
Well, this will be match point number 5.
10-3-2. Point game match.
Johnson going right at Susanna Barr, and that will do it as Georgia and J.W. Johnson come out on top in 3, 11-3, 9-11, 11-3. They will move on to the semifinals. Your 2 seed moving on. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll talk with Georgia and JW and get their thoughts on this matchup in this quarterfinals here from the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus.